So this is generally the people that acts really entitled. They believe and they're pretty sure that they are smarter than you are. And the worst part is not it. The worst part is that they're going to be saying these comments that are going to be really hurtful, especially really annoying. And it's pretty common to find these type of people in the job environment. So, what bugs us the most is that we don't know how to clap at and basically to face this type of situation. So I would like you to stay in the video for you just to check, first of all, what's hidden behind condescending and what can you do in order to face this without actually getting into a fight or being condescending yourself. So I want you to stay in the video and learn a little bit more about it.
So let's start with this piece of the video where Ellen was interviewing Sophia. So especially in this part, we're talking about condescending behaviors.
Yeah, so I thought I would teach you an English word so that...
Okay, I know English very well.
Okay, I know. So your English word, and you'll say the word, and then you'll say what it means, and it's flabbergasted.
Flabbergasted.
That's right.
I had said the word before. You see, my American
What about
English?
discombobulated? Discombobulated.
Wait, say it again and I
See, Matt, I told you
No,
this.
no, no, say it again.
I knew that was a better one, and he goes,
Say
tell her
yes.
to say flabbergasted. Discombobulated.
Discombobulated. Wait, I give me like 3 times flinglomblastuleting.
Come here. Come here. Discombobulated.
Okay, so to me, this is kind of mean, and it's mean especially because I completely understand Sophia. I also have an accent when I speak English, and it's completely, offensive when somebody tries to use this as a way of make you feel really bad about yourself. First of all, and if you're watching this and you're not from Latin America and you are somebody who speaks English very fluently because you were born in a English spoken country, I just want you to understand, it's not right to make fun of somebody's accent. First of all, learning a language not only takes a lot of intelligence because of all of the rules you need to learn, it's the way you need to basically organize the words for you to communicate something. And sometimes this is already difficult. And besides that, you have to pronounce words using vowels or sounds that are not even existing in your native language or the native language per se. So it's pretty common just to have an accent because you're coming from somewhere else. That's part of being from a different culture. And it's not bad it's not a bad thing just to be from somewhere else and having a broken English, which I wouldn't say broken English per se. I'm sorry for using this word, but having an accent. This is something that just upsets me a lot at this day that people still uses this just to use condescending, being condescending with Latin people or Asian, whomever who's not speaking English perfectly. It's not right. It makes us feel like we're not smart, we're not enough, and it's not correct, you know. And of course, this is something that sometimes is done with the intention just to feel superior, like, oh, don't you speak English correctly? Come on, it's not the fact about doing something just for the sake of doing. It's always have empathy towards the other person and avoid this type of behavior, and it's very clear that she feels really uncomfortable, but it's something that I needed to address as this is one of the most common behavior when it comes to condescending, especially from the people that we are not, I mean, native speaker from this language in particular. So let's go to other situation here that I would like to describe. This is pretty common. Sometimes, for example, we are not in a job environment. Maybe in class, and then we see somebody that they believe they're smarter than us, or perhaps because we don't know something, they believe that they can put us down. Like, why feeling entitled to do something like it? I don't consider this is an attitude that should be accepted. However, just take the video and watch.
I'm not able to get this problem. I need some help.
Well, that surprises me. It's such an easy problem. We're in this special class because we're supposed to be able to solve simple elementary problems like this.
Don't mock him and stop trying to be superior. Can't you see you're hurting his feelings? Don't be so condescending.
Please. He doesn't belong here if he can't solve something so simple.
Okay, and this is pretty common, especially when somebody is having a scholarship. They come from a, poverty, just to say like that, and then they go to very prestigious university, and then somebody's gonna say that, like, oh, just because you're poor, you don't know this, or just you're incompetent, maybe because you're blonde, and this is some other, issue that we're having perhaps in the US that is more common, that many people believe that blonde girls are stupid. It's stuff like that. So, this type of behavior reflects some kind of insecurity, low self-esteem, because to me, it's not necessary just to be putting somebody down there. I mean, why would you need to do that? So how can we address this type of behavior? You need to call out the person. Hence, you need to watch your tone and always control yourself and not react towards it, but to make a response. And if you haven't watched my video about the reaction and the response, I'm going to leave the links below in the description so you can watch them and be more aware about what I'm talking about. Hence, in this case, the best thing to do is not to react, but to respond. And how can you respond to this type of behavior? By telling them, okay, you don't need to tell me this type of comments, because I know what what I'm about to do. If they, for example, explaining something you already know, or if they are using sarcasm, tell them you don't need to use a sarcasm with me, because you can communicate clearly the message that you want to communicate. Or let's say somebody says, let's say, for example, your boss tells you, you need to make this essay right away, and then you can deliver it tomorrow. And then this condescending co-worker says something like, yes, right, you're able to do it. So the best thing to do is like to address the person by telling their name and telling, like, for example, Maria, did you mean that yes, I'm able to do it, or that yes, I'm not able to do it? So that's just gonna create an impact towards them, because they generally get away with that, as the person that is being attacked is not going to say anything. So my advice to this is to always, make the person know that you already getting what they're doing, and then you're not going to allow this type of behaviors. This comes from insecurity, but that doesn't mean that you're just gonna ignore it just to avoid any issues. It's better for you just to confront it, so you avoid this to happen repeatedly, as this can be very upsetting and not only triggering, but it can overwhelm you in so many ways and make you feel that you are in an environment that is not really good for you. And generally this is given on work environment, on the university, these places where you need to show your intellect. But this is something that I needed to, or I wanted to address. And you always need just to step, or how can I say this, just to call out the other person and make them understand, first of all, you're not afraid of them. You shouldn't be afraid of anybody. And you need to be very confident enough to let them know that you're not, taking their behavior, you're not having it, and that you're not going to allow this to be repeated. So I hope you liked the video, but the most important part, that it was very useful for you. And if you have been, condescending with other people as well, just please stop doing that, because we need to start being more empathetic and especially more respectful.